Hey everybody, it's Rick with Etched South Texas. Got another little video for you. We're working today in the shop, got a heat press going. We got a cap order for a customer. We're gonna work on that as we do a little chatting. Kind of wanted to give you a heads up what's going on with the business, kind of some of the things that are coming up, things we're doing in the future, and things to make the business grow. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get to it. Hey everybody, just wanted to come on here, doing some work today. You can work with me for a little bit, working on some caps. We're doing some caps for the local EMS station, for the guys that work there. Excuse me, because I dropped everything. But we've been doing some caps for these guys for a while, doing some of their caps, doing some of their shirts. They have us embroidering the Texas flag, and we add on a patch. Glare's kind of bad, but we add on a PVC patch, PVC style patch to these caps. And finished product is, well, I'll show you in a minute after I make one. But a couple things I wanted to talk about while we work is we're starting a new line, or a new division of our company, should I say, or however you want to put it. But we have a goal in mind, or I have a goal in mind. And that goal is to end up with my pilot's license. Some of y'all who know me might know that for as far back as I can remember, I've wanted to get my pilot's license. And, you know, it's just like everybody else. We have bills and we have things to do, and we're running this little business. And as well as we are doing, we're doing better this year than we have since we started. In this first half of the year alone, we've already made more in sales than we did in all of last year. So that's good. That being said, most of that goes back into the business because we're growing, right? We just started. We've got our embroidery machine. You can kind of see our embroidery machine a little bit there in the picture. But we've got our embroidery machine. We've got our heat press. We've got a heat press for shirts, jackets, that kind of stuff. A large heat press that I can't show you because that's what you're clipped to right now. But we've got a heat press for that. We do shirts, and we do jackets and bags and different things of that nature. Also, but the majority of what we're doing right now is embroidery. And that was our biggest expense. This machine was very expensive, and we just paid it off. So most of our money's been going back into that. Hopefully now we put a little bit more towards the business and maybe start actually seeing some profits, right? But let's be real, most of that's probably going to continue to go back into the business for a while because we want to grow the business. Long story short is becoming a pilot just doesn't make sense, right? We've got other things to worry about. This is what the cap came out looking like. This cap that I'm wearing, we made this one also, same style patch. We did these for the fire department here. So we do caps like this. These are Richardson caps, obviously. These are flex style caps. But back to the aviation portion of it. What we're doing, or what we want to do, is I've started coming up with some t-shirt designs, and I'm gonna come up with, I've got 5 out already that some of them come in a couple of colors, and one comes in 2 different shades, just dark lettering and then light lettering on 2 different color shirts, right? Because they don't all go together. But that being said, I'm gonna come up with some t-shirt designs and come up with some caps and the plan is, if I can make that, or if we can make that aviation division successful and sell those shirts, move those shirts and those caps, the idea is that the profit from those will go towards me getting my pilot's license. Maybe one of these days being able to afford a plane or a helicopter, right? Dreams, right? That's what everybody has. And the only way to get there is to do something about it, right? We sit here and talk about it and dream all day long, but if we never take action, we're never going to see it. So we've started, right? We're trying to make something work. And word of mouth has gone very well for us. We've done a lot of business. A lot of companies have given us the opportunity to do their caps, do their shirts and stuff like that. Local government has been great for us. We've done a lot of work for the sheriff's department. We've done a lot of work for the local fire department. We're doing stuff for the EMS guys. Those kind of things have been great. I've got some friends that work in the oil field that get their caps made for their company, and they've given us the opportunity to take some of that work, which has been great. But you know, we want to grow. We want to get better. We want to get faster. We want to become more profitable, just like any other business, right? And we figured that the best way, like I said, to get to where I want to be, where we want to be, is to try something different. Try something that just focuses a little more, so much, this is kind of more like service work. You know, we still make money off of it, obviously, right? That's the whole point, right? But it's kind of tailored more towards service. We're doing things for other people, for their companies. And we need to keep their margins lower so that they can afford to either turn around and resell them, or, which most of them don't. Most of these are promotional items, right? But those companies aren't going to come to us if we're charging them above retail on their promotional items, when they can go to some of these bigger farms out there that can produce these at really, really low rates, right? So I think we can do a little better for our business if we maybe shift towards actually making some products that are geared more towards making a profit. And that's the plan. So like I was saying, most of that revenue that comes from those shirts, from those caps, from the stuff in our aviation themed store is going to go towards that. Along with that, we're planning on making a YouTube channel for, well, actually we're going to probably make 2 YouTube channels. One for this business that kind of focuses on what we do here, some of the stuff we're making. You know, we can show you how some of the machines work and the projects that we're working on. And then I'm going to make a second channel, because I am an aviation enthusiast, right? I like planes and helicopters and stuff like that. And I'm planning on making another channel that would lean into that. So first of all, it'll promote some of the stuff we're doing, the different shirts and caps and those types of things, jackets, hoodies, different things like that. Along with that, it'll also put out a video here and there of, you know, news that's coming up as far as aviation, different rules and regulations, maybe stuff with drones. I am a drone pilot right now. I'm a certified drone pilot, so, or licensed drone pilot, however you want to say that. And so we need to talk a little bit about that. I may make some videos with the drone, and kind of show that kind of stuff, and then talk about some of the aviation news that's coming out. You know, maybe some current events that are happening in the world as far as aviation, military aviation, stuff like that, or or civilian. And we can talk about maybe some of the incidents that happen out there, or some of the good news, right? Preferably good news, right? But we can talk about some of the good news, maybe like this F-14 law that's they're trying to push through, that would put the famous F-14 back in the air. Those kind of things. But those are the kind of things we're looking at. So I know this is kind of long already, and that's hot. Don't want to bore you guys too much with my chit chat here, but just kind of wanted to reach out and share what we were doing, and let you guys know, and ask basically for your support, and see if you guys would support us in what we're trying to do, and support me in maybe reaching my lifelong dream of getting my pilot's license. That being said, when the videos come out, I'll link them here. We're going to be posting on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of those things. We do have a web page for our business, and I started another web store for the Aviation Division. So I'll post both of those things in this video, and then continue to share them on all our socials also. Probably should have said this from the beginning, but our embroidery, custom garment business is Etched South Texas. It's etched because we started with a laser. So we were talking about doing, laser engraving, cups, cutting boards, that kind of thing, leather stuff. Actually, some of the stuff we do, this is a patch we made. I don't know if you can kind of see it there without dropping it, but it's a patch we made for one of our customers. We do this kind of stuff. This is another patch for the same company that we made for them. These are demos. They didn't come out quite right. Cut a little bit too deep. Had to make some adjustments, those kind of things. So these are throwaways. These are not, these are not going on to caps. But this is kind of some of the stuff we did, and this is what we started with. We started with a laser, so we called our company Etched South Texas. Then we decided to graduate to the embroidery machine, and then we also ended up adding in the heat presses and those things. So all that being said, that's our little business. This is what we're doing. We'll continue to share, and hopefully you guys find some interest in it, and find it in your hearts to help us grow, and help me reach my lifelong dream of becoming a pilot. Share it to your friends. Follow our pages. Check out our stuff. We'll be sharing more and more of what we're doing, and trying to make this business grow. We look forward to working with you guys. If you guys know of any businesses out there that might need our services, we're pretty small right now, so we try and keep everything to a 1 to 2 week lead time. Of course, the busier we get, things kind of slow down a little bit, understandably. But our goal is to have everything out within 2 weeks. Doesn't always quite work that way, but we can keep pretty close to that timeline. Presses and stuff usually goes pretty quick. The embroidery takes a while. We only have one machine right now, and running one machine on a big order, say like 4 or 5 dozen of caps, it takes a while. And so if we have 2 or 3 orders, they back up. That being said, we work really hard to try and keep to our goal of a 2 week lead time. So if you know of anybody that would be interested in our services, like I said, we do PVC caps, we do regular patches. I can grab some real quick to show you some of that. We do regular patches that we've done for the fire department and some of the other people that we work with, and we can do those onto garments. We can do them onto bags, backpacks. We do obviously caps. We do these type of patches. We can do regular patches, or we embroider ourselves and we don't do a patch at all. That being said, like I said, if you know anybody out there that might be interested in our services, or if you would like to support us and maybe buy some of our shirts and our caps, please do so. The more the merrier. And share it to your friends, family, acquaintances. Just share it on your pages, and let's try and get this thing as big as we can get it. And hopefully, I'd love to get into a position where we buy another 2 or 3 machines and we can handle more and more business, and the more the better. So thank you for taking the time to watch this little video. I know it wasn't that exciting, but you know, maybe I can make a couple where we're working on the embroidery machine. We can see some of that stuff. Machine's very loud, so I prefer to do it while we're doing this stuff, but hey, we can do it with a machine also. That being said, like I said, share it to your friends, like this video. Anything that you can do to promote this and share it with everybody out there and help us grow, we would greatly appreciate that. Thank you all. Y'all be safe out there, and we look forward to growing.